A song of faith, nature, and the harmony of tradition and technology.
A new day, a new story to tell. Hello, welcome. Magandang umaga. Mabuhay. It's me again, your Filipina cyber operator. Today I have a new and exciting, special story for you. A real story of Belle and Chris. A story about the simple life in the province. But with the outlook, how it will be in the future of the Philippines. Let's take a look. And be surprised how tradition blends in with the future. Please, subscribe and like for the next episode coming up soon. A future day in the Philippines province. Sunrise. Over the province. The first rays of the sun rise slowly over the vast Philippine archipelago, stretching golden fingers over the calm ocean. Waves lap gently against the shore, reflecting a sky painted in soft hues of pink and orange. Coconut trees sway in the morning breeze, their long shadows stretching across the white sand. Beyond the beaches, the dense jungle hums with life. Birds call out to one another, and the distant rustling of leaves hints at unseen creatures beginning their day. In the distance, the silhouette of a towering volcano stands tall against the horizon, its peak shrouded in mist. The morning air is fresh, carrying the scent of saltwater, damp earth, and the faint aroma of cooked rice from the scattered province homes. The bamboo house awakens inside, a simple yet cozy bahay kubo. Woven bamboo walls filter the morning sunlight, casting golden patterns on the floor. A television screen embedded in the bamboo wall flickers on automatically, displaying a morning news briefing. But the soft crowing of the roosters outside is what truly signals the start of the day. Belle stretches in bed, her dark hair spilling over a pillow wrapped in crisp white fabric. Beside her, Chris, still half asleep, blinks as the gentle light of morning seeps through the window. Their bed, handcrafted from thick bamboo poles, creaks slightly as they sit up, their feet touching the cool woven mat below. Belle taps a sleek tablet on the bedside table, and a soft holographic glow illuminates the room, displaying the day's schedule. But before any work begins, there's a simple pleasure to enjoy the first meal of the day. Breakfast in the province. The kitchen is an open-air extension of the bahay kubo, shaded by a nipa roof. A clay stove emits a warm glow as fresh fish sizzles on a pan, the aroma mingling with the fragrant steam of newly cooked rice. Their breakfast is simple but satisfying: grilled bangus, a side of salted eggs, tomatoes, and warm rice served on banana leaves. As they eat at a rustic wooden table, Chris checks the digital news on a transparent tablet floating beside him, while Belle watches the morning market updates on a small embedded screen near the kitchen shelf. Despite the modern technology, their world is still deeply tied to the rhythms of nature. After breakfast, Belle grabs a wooden bucket and begins washing the dishes in a simple outdoor sink, her fingers dipping into cool well water. Chris heads over to the doghouse, where their three energetic Aspens, Toby, Sophie, and Buskill stretch and wag their tails eagerly. Morning chores and farm life. Belle scrubs laundry in a deep metal basin, humming softly as she rinses the clothes in clear well water. She hangs them under the bamboo awning, where the sun and breeze will dry them quickly. Chris steps into the small chicken coop, scattering grains for the hens and roosters. The birds cluck and peck eagerly, their feathers glowing golden in the morning sun. Nearby, an autonomous drone hovers over the rice fields, scanning the crops and sending data to Chris's tablet. He swipes through the report, checking moisture levels and growth conditions. The daily routine flows smoothly, a perfect blend of old traditions and new technologies. The hoverbike journey to the rice fields. With chores finished, Belle and Chris hop onto their hoverbike, a sleek but rugged vehicle that floats inches above the dirt roads. The whirring hum of the engine fills the air as they speed past fields of golden rice, waving to farmers who still prefer traditional carabaos to modern tech. The road winds through lush farmland, past small villages where children play beside roadside sari-sari stores, and elders sit on bamboo benches, chatting while sipping coffee. Despite the cyber screens and digital signs, life in the province remains deeply rooted in simplicity. At the rice paddies, Chris inspects the crops while Belle takes a few video clips for her cyber network. The rice is growing well soon, it will be time for harvest. A special idea. Visiting the waterfalls. As they return home, Chris leans against the kitchen counter, watching Belle prepare lunch, steaming hot rice and pork adobo, simmering in soy sauce and vinegar. He suddenly smiles and says, "You know what? Let's do something special today. Let's go visit the waterfalls in the jungle." Belle's eyes light up. It has been a while since they took a break from daily life. She quickly finishes cooking, and after enjoying their meal, they prepare for their adventure. Entering the jungle park, the hoverbike glides smoothly over the dirt path leading into the thick jungle, where the entrance to the waterfall eco park is nestled. A friendly Filipino lady sits behind a small bamboo counter, her warm smile welcoming them. "Entrance fee is just 50 pesos each, sir, ma'am," she says as she hands them small digital passes shaped like woven coconut leaves. With excitement in their steps, they begin their descent down a long stone staircase, shaded by towering trees. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth, wildflowers, and the distant roar of cascading water. The hidden paradise. The waterfalls. The path opens up to a breathtaking sight, a crystal-clear waterfall, tumbling down a series of rock formations into a deep, blue-green pool. Sunlight filters through the leaves, creating dancing reflections on the water's surface. Butterflies flutter between the vines, their wings catching the light like tiny stained glass windows. The sound of rushing water mixes with the chirping of tropical birds and the distant rustling of monkeys in the trees. Cool mist rises from the pool, refreshing and pure, a contrast to the humid jungle air. Without hesitation, Belle removes her sandals and steps onto the smooth rocks. The water is cool against her skin, sending a pleasant chill through her body. Chris follows, diving into the deeper part of the pool, sending ripples across the surface. They spend the afternoon swimming, laughing, and enjoying the untouched beauty of the place. The mix of high-tech life and raw, natural wonders reminds them why they love the province. It's a place where the future and the past exist in perfect harmony. Sunset over the province. As they leave the jungle, the sun sets in a blaze of orange and purple, casting long shadows over the fields. The air cools, and the province begins to wind down for the evening. Back at their bamboo home, they sit on the front porch, sipping fresh buko juice, their bodies tired but their hearts full. "Maybe tomorrow, we'll visit the old harbor," Belle muses. Chris grins. "Only if we take the long way around on the hoverbike." Cooking dinner. Shrimp sinigang and rice. Back at home, the scent of fresh herbs and calamansi fills the open-air kitchen as Belle prepares shrimp sinigang, a beloved sour tamarind soup. She moves with practiced ease, tossing plump shrimp, sliced radish, kangkong leaves, tomatoes, and long green chilies into the steaming pot. The broth bubbles gently, releasing a rich, mouth-watering aroma that blends with the scent of freshly cooked rice. Chris, standing by the counter, takes a deep breath. "That smells amazing," he says with a grin. Outside, the sky turns a deep orange as family members and close friends arrive, their laughter filling the air. Arlen's cousins and a few neighbors bring extra dishes: grilled tilapia wrapped in banana leaves, freshly cut mangoes, and bottles of ice-cold beer. As the food is laid out on the wooden table beneath the bamboo awning, the group gathers, sitting on woven mats and simple wooden benches. The provincial breeze rustles the palm leaves, carrying the sound of happy voices and the clinking of bowls and glasses. The joy of shared meals. The meal begins, and everyone digs in. The sour, savory sinigang warms their bellies, the tender shrimp absorbing the perfect blend of tamarind and spices. Rice is scooped onto plates, every bite a mix of flavors that taste like home. An uncle, a fisherman, shares stories of the sea, his sun-worn hands gesturing animatedly. A young cousin talks excitedly about a new farming gadget he saved up for, showcasing a hologram of the digital rice monitor. A neighbor laughs as she recounts a funny moment at the town market, imitating the voices of vendors bargaining loudly over prices. Chris watches Belle smile, her eyes shining under the warm glow of a solar-powered lantern. He knows this is what life in the province is all about: simple joys, good food, and the warmth of family and friends. Karaoke night. Singing and drinking together. After dinner, the group moves to the small entertainment area, where a karaoke machine is mounted onto a bamboo wall, its screen glowing softly. "Who's up first?" Belle asks, holding the microphone. A cousin grabs it excitedly and selects a classic Air Supply ballad. The music starts, and soon, everyone is singing along. Some off-key, others surprisingly good, but all with joy. A neighbor belts out an OPM, original Filipino music love song, swaying dramatically. Belle and Chris perform a fun duet, laughing when Chris forgets the lyrics halfway through. The older relatives cheer as an uncle sings Frank Sinatra's My Way, a province favorite. Bottles of San Miguel beer and glasses of lambanog, coconut wine, are passed around. The cool night air carries the mix of music, laughter, and the occasional playful teasing. For a while, the modern world fades, and it's just people enjoying the moment the way province life has always been. A peaceful night. The province sleeps. As the night deepens, one by one, people start to say their goodbyes. Hugs, handshakes, and the promise of "see you again tomorrow" fill the air. This is life in the province where everyone is family, and no one is ever truly alone. Belle and Chris step back into their simple bamboo home, their hearts full from the night's happiness. Belle switches off the internet-connected screen, the glow disappearing as silence settles. Chris checks on the dogs, who are curled up peacefully under the bamboo doghouse, their tails twitching as they dream. The last sounds of crickets and distant frogs echo through the trees. Inside, they settle into their cozy bamboo bed, wrapping themselves in soft white blankets. Outside, the moon rises high over the province, casting a soft silver glow over the fields, trees, and quiet homes. The gentle rustling of leaves sings a lullaby, while the province, after a day full of life, slowly drifts into restful sleep. Tomorrow, another beautiful, simple, and extraordinary day will begin. As the stars begin to twinkle in the vast Philippine sky, they know tomorrow holds another beautiful, simple, yet extraordinary day in the province.